to defend against them. And we've already seen that Dicker is pretty nifty in the air. So there'll be chances here, and we know that Goyan in particular, the tall centre-back who's got 4 goals in the UEFA competition, he's pretty handy too. Will Steaua find a second? No, they won't. Not from... Oh, they might! A fumble by Schwarzer, and was there a free kick? There was not, I don't think, but there was a flag anyway. No, well, he's given the corner.
Well, you watch this, the ball comes up, Schwarzer's comfortable catch, but he clashes with Ekiog there, and I think it's hooked off the line there. I'm not too sure who that was. I think that might have been Bates, who hooks the ball away, because Goyan was going to put that in the back of the net. There he is, he's disappointed, but he's there again in the box.
He's a handful, isn't he? And he'll be a handful again at this one now, and it's headed away by Kadru. 3 corners in a row for Steaua Bucuresti. All hands to the pump for Borough. Here it is once more. No
There's
foul.
the mix-up, and it was Bates as well. He had Alario just gets up. He thinks Goyan's missed a simple chance. He's going to give him a right rollicking, and now it's a corner.
Goodness me, he's even got Mr. Alario to his feet. Corner Steaua, 3 in a row, as I said, and Schwarzer wasn't allowed to get to that one either. It was taken away from his grasp. Maybe a lack of communication in there just at that moment. Well, there is a Steaua man out of the play at the moment. We can have treatment now because the ball has been put away into touch. Estina is the injured party. Looks as though he's doing press-ups. He's not badly hurt. A little winded.
He just seemed to twist his ankle, didn't he? Just I'm not sure if he got a bit of cramp as well, but just seemed to twist his ankle because Steaua haven't played for 10 days, have they? They've had great preparation for this match, whereas Middlesbrough have had a really hectic programme.
Hectic programme indeed, and well, football is hectic at this stage of the year. There are just so many matches, and just another reminder for you that on May the 3rd, on 5, you can watch the England legends play the German legends. And names like Lothar Matthäus, Chris Waddle, John Barnes, Paul Gascoigne, and many other star names, I'm sure, at the Medeski Stadium, and that's on 5 at 7:15. That one again on May the 3rd. Let's hope England win, as always.
Well, not as always, but yes, it would be nice.
No, as always, we want them to win against Germany.
Of course. There's the offside decision. Comfortable right in front of the linesman. But since this system has changed from Middlesbrough, and there's Schwarzer. Now, why is Schwarzer
time wasting
when they're 1-0 down? I mean, that's all the referee's got to do is just say, come on, speed up.
He'll have a word for it in his Aussie twang. Lofted high. Hasselbank doesn't get to it. Well, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, of course, playing for a contract at the moment. So 1 or 2 players out there. It's always at this stage of the year that they start to fret a little, and some suddenly get better than they've been for much of the season. I wonder why that is.
Well, you said that, I didn't, but yeah, I think that's always the case. It is about contracts at the end of the season for players. That will be Bosman's, and looking forward to playing possibly for another club or getting a new contract. But I'm sure Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank won't be worried about that at the moment.
This will get through to Schwarzer again, who's a cool presence apart from that moment when he causes all a bit of a flutter. But it was down to Ekiog getting in his way. So like I said, I don't think there was great communication. Now then Boateng, harried, so he'll have to put it back, and Middlesbrough are really penned in their own half right now. Maccarone's done well, he climbed well there, he was up against a much bigger man. That was almost a tired clearance from Goyan. Let's see if there's going to be a spring in the step for Middlesbrough. Steve McLaren's right on the touchline, urging his team forward. He wants them to get forward, he wants that away goal. And if they can't get it, he wants it to stay at 1-0. Dick has missed one very good chance. Schwartz has made 2 excellent stops, but it only takes a second. Who said that? On the ball, Oprita. Lovely. Beyond Kadru, and swings this one in. Be careful. Ably run away. Those are horrible, those. You can divert those into your own net.
Yeah, but it's all about a decent delivery into the box, wasn't it? Oprita made the run down the right-hand side and got the ball in the box, whereas in the first sort of start of the second half, Middlesbrough had opportunities to get the ball in the box and didn't test and put the Steaua defence under pressure. But any crosses for both back fours has caused problems.
Carlos with the left boot. Good flick from Dicker, and he was offside. Well, it's getting to that time of night where Borough are looking at the clock, and Steve McLaren knows there ain't too long to go to hold out now.
You watch this. I wonder if we'll see this now. He just has a little bit of a contretemps there. I must get back in my area. Thank you very much. Nice to see. Just straying outside the parameters there, Mr. McLaren.
It's crazy, isn't it, really?
You do get excited.
Yeah. I always thought it was nonsense when the coach wasn't allowed to coach from the touchline. You have them all week, and then you're not allowed to speak to them during the 90 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes if you're out there right on the edge of your technical area and you're there for too long, you get told to go back in. But I can understand what they mean. But he needs to be out there encouraging his team, because Hasselbank on front in particular has been starved of service ever since Middlesbrough changed the system. They haven't been able to get their three-man working. Rockenbach is the one that's trying to link up with Hasselbank, but Downing and Maccarone have hardly touched the ball.
Well, you gave me a tip at half-time, Terry. You said it's going to be 1-0 this, and they're very happy for it to stay at 1-0, I reckon, now, because they've not really exerted any great influence on goalkeeper Carlos there in the second half. The only moment of alarm, really, to the home side was the moment where the ball spun off the crossbar, and once when Yakubu took the wrong option and should have played Morrison in. They've got a free kick here of the home side. Taking it rather too quickly, but Ekiog's clearing header drops rather handily for Nicolita. Very important minutes these for Middlesbrough. Oh, and a charge down there by Radoy. They fight forward here. Steaua, it is Radoy. He'll switch it. This is the chance. Nicolita lobbed it through. And well cleared. That was Bates again. Rockenbach, who's not been able to influence proceedings going forward for Borough tonight. Oh. Give away by Parnaby. Radoy to the right back position for Ogararu. Looking to move the ball around more swiftly here, Steaua. And they've got only two for him to aim at here, but his trickery's got him through beyond Kadru. It doesn't come to Dicker, but it is going to require an excellent piece of work from George Boateng there. How well did he do there?
George Boateng did very well, just held his position at the near post, but the cross had to come in the box there, because there's 3 or 4 Steaua players making good progress to get into the box on the end of the cross. Poor delivery, but well played, George Boateng.
And well played Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, just beating his attacker away there to retain the possession. Parler, first time we've mentioned him since he's come on. Hasselbank's reverse ball is picked up by Boateng. Downing, who's been anonymous in the second half, to be fair, he's had very little opportunity to get forward with the ball. But they've a few forward here now, but it's not Downing who gets it, it's Bostina. Borough must funnel back sharply. The crowd is a swell in their roar every time the blue shirts get forward, as they do here now. It's touched into Dicker. Well done, Ekiog. And well done, Parler. Skips beyond the first challenge. Oh, but not so well done. Gives the ball back to Bostina. Slipped into the danger area, 20 yards out. Into the wider position for Marin. Marin might try and get onto a 1-2. He's done it. It's Marin. Could it be 2? What a miss. What a miss. And how vital might that be for Borough? Not the finish of a natural goal scorer, it has to be said.
No, it certainly wasn't. The crowd there, they realise, Alaria realises that they've been so close to the second goal. They've really threatened, and I think on balance of play possibly deserved the second goal. There's the 1-2. It's on his left foot. Doesn't really get himself in the right shape for it. There's the 1-2. There's the lovely reverse pass. Good touch here. Hit the target. If anything, he seemed to get in advance of the ball, and he's hitting the ball from behind him. But wonderful 1-2. Where's Ekiog? Where's Parnaby? And the ball, luckily for Middlesbrough's, not in the back of their net.
Yeah, he shot at the right angle, didn't he? But couldn't find the vacant net. Ogararu. Goalkeeper Carlos redundant there. Certainly interesting that the home side hasn't made a single substitution. You pointed out, or somebody pointed out to me, that they didn't even warm up the substitutes before the game. They're looking for the second here, which could be so crucial. with Ogararu involved. Here comes the cross, and that's Schwartz's. He'll take those all night. There we go. First substitution about to happen. Not long to go. Still menace there, isn't there? The passing is a little sweeter in the last couple of minutes from Steaua Bucuresti. Oprita. He's fouled. Free kick here right on the edge. Good job he wasn't another yard in, and Kudru's unhappy about this one, but he seemed to take Oprita out.
I think we're just starting to see the effects of the Easter programme and the heavy schedule that Middlesbrough are having. They can't get men up to support Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. You just see Kudru and Rockenbach just leaving the leg there, diving in. They're just dangling legs rather than working back, because I think we're just starting to see the effects of fatigue from Middlesbrough point of view.
Big moment this one. Middlesbrough a goal down. Mustn't go 2 down, as they did in Basel. Even though they did a Harry Houdini act on that occasion, they don't want to have to do it again. Top of the net. Never a doubt.
Lots of activity in that box. Steve McLaren coming to the edge of his box there. Schwarzer would have had it covered as well. He's a bit of a giant, is Schwarzer. Yes, he had it covered at the top corner there, I'm sure he did. Lots of activity. I think they would have been better served there, not far wide, with a decent ball into the box, and I think he knows that as well. If you're going to have a strike there, hit the target.
I don't think he'd be too exasperated, not at 1-0. And Steaua will be only too aware that Middlesbrough have got this capacity for hitting back, especially on their own midden. It was a bit of a clumsy challenge, but he's all right. It was Radoy. It was a 50-50 ball, and Bates hasn't complained. It'll be a free kick for Borough.
Well played, Bates, because he got up pretty quickly, didn't he? That could have been a nasty one there. There's the challenge. I think it was accidental, but in the end he could have made more of a meal of it. I'm sure a lot of other people on the continent would have done the same.
I think Matthew Bates and this man Mark Schwarzer might just be Borough's 2 men of the match here. Maccarone. Maccarone again, he does climb well. That's the second time we've seen him get up. They're combining nicely this time, but Hasselbank slices the ball between the 2 defenders. Downing's first job is to keep it in. That he does, but the ball spins away to the benefit of Steaua Bucuresti. Radoy. Boateng there first. The battle of the 2 number 7s, Boateng and Oprita. Hugo Ekihog. We thought his career might be over not so long ago, Ekihog. The injuries he's had. Maccarone battling his way through. And Boateng is playing almost as an extra centre-back at the moment. Well, there's a lot of whistling around because the home fans want their team to be a bit more positive and further up the field. It's a good win of the ball by Ray Parler. It's broken to Maccarone. Maccarone goes for the goal. The goalkeeper's fluffed it, and Hasselbank won't be able to get in on time. Well, let's get told us something about Carlos, the goalkeeper. It looked like a routine stop.
Yeah, he didn't quite hit it well with his left foot here. Well played. There's a foul on Parler. Good advantage from the referee. Comes inside on his left foot. It gets a deflection. A little deflection just pops up in front of Carlos. Does well to get his body. He doesn't know where that ball's going to go. But what he does do, well, any good goalkeepers get his body behind the ball. And Borough, unlucky then the ball doesn't come out to Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
There's going to be a substitution by Steaua Bucuresti any second now. Florin Lovin. He's the player who's coming on. Not Lovin, unfortunately. He's a great man, no. That's going to go out of play harmlessly. So here is his chance. Florin Lovin, who's an under-21 international. Joined the side from FC Bacau recently. And the player going off is Paraskif. McLaren still out there in his technical zone, urging the red shirts forward. It's not been easy for them tonight, nor did they expect it to be against a redoubtable side. It gives everything for the coach. But it's the perfect scenario, really, for the second leg.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, 1-0, yeah, they're still not a bad result away from home in Europe, because they know that, it's make or break at the Riverside this time next week. So You know, after the last performance there against Basel, Steaua will be different opposition, totally different opposition to Basel, but they have it within their grasp. You know, they have 90 minutes, at least 90 minutes, to get the tie back and to get through to the final.
Three minutes to go, plus the injury time, and number 3 is on the ground at the moment, Goyan. Wasn't a great deal wrong there with Rockenbach. Well, don't go away after the football, because House is coming up at 9 o'clock on 5, and that's followed at 10 o'clock by Gray's Anatomy. So you've got to know your medical matters tonight on 5. That's at 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock here on 5. For the moment, 3 very important minutes for Middlesbrough Football Club to negotiate in Bucharest against Steaua, the most famous club in this country. There will be a second substitution made by the home side. Krista, who's a striker, is about to enter the fray with 2 minutes to make an impression. Maccarone, can he make an impression? No, he can't. Doesn't even retain the ball. That's going to be a card. I'm wondering what colour it might be. It's yellow. It's against the chap who should have scored a bit ago, Marin. Well, they certainly had plenty of bookings.
I don't know what, there wasn't much wrong with that. I thought he won the ball pretty well, though his left leg did go in pretty high on Maccarone. It's a chance for Ekiong to get the ball forward, a chance for the substitution as well. But I think that he'd be quite happy in a way, in some respects, Steve McLaren, for the result. It could have been so worse as well if Steaua had taken their chances in the second half, and if Schwarzer had made a couple of really good saves, then it would be worse.
So Krista, the 21-year-old striker, a recent addition to the Romanian national squad. He's just won 6 caps. He's coming on for Daniel Apita. Steaua Bucuresti 1, Middlesbrough 0. But the journey goes on apace for Middlesbrough Football Club and for Steve Gibson and Steve McLaren. No doubt about that. There's not been a great deal of conviction about Borough going forward in this second half. They've never really looked as though they'd get a goal. They've just got to keep trying plugging away, but this might be another card, might it? Maccarone is pushed away, and it is another card. It's for Ray Parler.
I think there was a block there. Ray Parler just trying to chase the ball down, and he just gets blocked in the way there. Look, see, he just blocks him, and Ray Parler just gets his arm out of the way and says, right, I'm trying to get through to this ball here. You're getting in my way, and you're going to feel my elbow, unfortunately. But the referee deemed that to be dangerous play, yellow card.
There's that man Marin again as well, the opponent. But referees tend to start producing yellow cards at this stage of the night. I think they get a bit fed up, don't they? They're getting to the 90-minute mark. They feel they've got to take action against people who've been regular offenders.
Ray Parler's only just on the field.
Yeah, that's true. Nice journey home. 2 or 3 hours. 1-0. They will certainly believe that they can do it. 2 minutes will be added here in the National Stadium in Bucharest. Seen many famous matches down the years. If Terry Butcher's played here, they must have been famous.
Not memorable, but we're here in 1985 and here in 81 as well, many years. So everything's changed now, but this Steaua team are a well-organised side. They make chances. They're not, what we'd say, that pretty to watch, as we've seen with many teams, but they're very effective. They're very strong. And it looks like tonight they're going to keep a clean sheet.
Again, they've kept plenty of those. Shelburne, Vålerenga, Lens, Sampdoria, Halmstad, Hertha Berlin, Real Betis and Rapid Bucharest all failed to score against them.
I think you've done a bit of work on this game, John.
Just for a change. Kadru loses the ball. The big light goes on the far side. I'm not quite sure what that's about, but as though they almost sense that there might be a second Steaua goal to record. Oh, that's a horrible crunching challenge. Oh, interested to see this one. It's Boateng down, and there's an apology from the substitute. Loving.
Oh, that was an unbelievable tackle there. God, blimey, took him about. That was waist high, that tackle there, and Boateng certainly felt that.
Yeah, he held his hands up straight away, but I'm afraid the deed had been done, the dastardly deed by Lovin. And if Ray Pars was worth a booking, I think that one was.
Yeah, but Boateng's up and he's on his feet.
Well, can Borough find one last assault? They've never looked like scoring. I don't think so, anyway.
No, that's it.
That is it, indeed. Borough have tried their best here, but they've gone down by a single goal, and it was a real sniper strike before half-time from Nikolai Dika, who is now their top scorer, Steaua in Europe this season with 5 goals. He might have had a couple tonight, really, but Mark Schwarzer pulled off 2 excellent saves early in the second half, and Steaua may rue the chances they have missed.